ever look at someone else and wished you were like them? Maybe you wish you had their beauty, you wish you had their intelligence, you wish you had their money, maybe their confidence, or even their life. But let me ask you a question. If everyone becomes someone else, who will be you? Today we'll be talking about, we'll be speaking on very important topic, self-identity and purpose, and why so many teenagers struggle to discover who they are. And today I'm not here, I won't be discussing this topic alone. I have some amazing preteens with me that will be talking about this topic. Please introduce yourself. Let's start with you.
Ojiji Manuela,
Robinson Lady,
Alaoria, Ojiji Michelle,
Wisdom Treasure.
Esu Excel.
Okay, so you already know the topic we'll be talking about today. But let me start with a question. What is self-identity and purpose?
Well, self-identity is the understanding of who you are really. It includes your values, your strengths, and your passions and your interests. In today's world, many people are trying to fit in or follow trends, but in doing so, they lose something very important: their self-identity. So, for me, self-identity is a very crucial role in the life of a young child or even early children.
Okay, do you think that, thank you so much for that. And from what she just said, self-identity is not what people say you are. It's not what people hail you that you are. It's the real you, not what people think you are. You look at yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself the truth. This is who I am, not when you are copying someone else. And that will lead me to my next question. Why do you think many teenagers today are confused about who they are?
Because they do not like because they're not like confident, they don't know who they are. They always like they depend on people's opinions so much in their life and don't try to like discover who they are by themselves. Ask for advice.
Okay. So when what causes it?
Peer pressure actually causes it because this is a very crucial state in our life where we listen to people and don't actually listen to ourselves.
Okay. Have you ever compared yourself with someone else?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that.
Also,
Okay, tell us about
sometimes
that.
even parents also do that because not as if they don't love you, they love you, but if they see someone that is better than you, they are telling you that this person got this. Like let's say in an exam, Ella got 39 and I now got 40. So Ella's parents cannot be telling her that Ella, you see your mate is getting you, not as if they are trying to put you down or put you with a low self-esteem, just for you to get better. My parents also do that, and they will also come and tell me that yes, it's not that you should go down. I'm just trying to correct you that this person does not have two heads, so you too can also do it.
Okay, so when we talk about self-identity, is there anything, can you say looking up, copying someone is the same thing as looking up to someone? Okay, so what's the difference between copying someone and looking up to someone?
Copying someone, that means you want to be like a photocopy or a clone of someone instead of being your own self. Why just using someone's life to guide your life? It's just like you like you're a role model now. You have a role model. You're not copying the person like the way they give birth to the person, the way the person hides the doors and doors. Because you too, you also have your own doors and doors. So you just follow the person's life to guide your own, just like a just like a precaution to tell you what to do and not what to do. Not as if you should follow the person too much. Just for the person to just guide you in what to do and what not to do, not to mimic the person completely.
Okay, so you said earlier before we started video that you want to give an example of people who have identified themselves. I don't talk about that.
Okay, like Jesus. Jesus knew who he was on earth. He knew his purpose. He knew that his purpose was to come and redeem us from sin and death. He did not come to earth to rule or to get married and have children. So Jesus had his purpose on earth.
Okay, so any other person that have something to say about that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, there's also another example of struggle who had
self-identity and purpose. His name was Nelson Mandela. He was a very strong man. He who know how to find his own identity and purpose. He helped the world during his education and throughout his life. He committed himself to a nation just to transform the nation's greatness. He also said in a proverb, he said that if the enemy within cannot hurt you, the enemy outside can do us no harm. This, I'm making reference to this means that the enemy within, if they are your friend, that means they cannot hurt you. But the enemy outside that are your friend, but they still hate you. The enemy within, the friend within you will protect you from the hatred from outside.
Okay, self-identity and purpose, what's the connection? Okay.
Self-identity and purpose are actually closely linked because self-identity, understanding who you are. When you understand who you are, you know your strengths, like what self-identity includes of. And when you understand your strengths, you know what you're meant to do in life, just like purpose. So they're actually closely linked because both of them are very crucial for you to avoid the wrong crowd and make better decisions.
Thank you. Thank you for that actually. So let's talk about the disadvantages of one not identifying who he or she is.
Okay, let me talk on that. A person can become too proud or self-centered on that particular purpose, and the particular achievements can make somebody to stop there, not to increase, just stay there, not increasing, not decreasing.
Okay. Okay, what's the disadvantage of like copying someone else? Okay, let talk.
When we copy someone exact catalog, we find it hard to discover our own attributes and our real qualities. Our values are intertwined with us. Like self-identity is not about only our heritage or partly our upbringing. It is the choices we make that makes us unique and shows the peculiarity about us.
Oh, thank you. Okay, you were going to say something about go ahead.
Yes, the disadvantages of having copying someone is that number one, you will not be able to find your purpose because without self-identity you will lose direction, and without purpose you will not be able to try to achieve your goals. And the person you are copying might actually have his own advantage because everyone here has his own advantage and disadvantage.
Yeah.
Everyone has his own bad character and good character. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you copy people's character, if you look up to them, one day they may be the one not to help you. The people you look up to, the people you look up to for help. Like for example, now your role model, you have a role model, you inspire the role model. It's fine, you inspire the role model, but you don't copy the person's character. You only learn from the person to make your own identity, to find your own purpose, and to have for yourself.
Wow, that is interesting. Okay, go
Also,
ahead.
to add to that too is like copying the exact person is not good because just like what she said, role models, you don't follow them exactly. Like you learn from their mistakes. And also too, if you copy someone else completely, let's say now I want to become like an actor and then she wants to become a doctor and I'm supposed to go to art, she's going to science. But just because I want to follow her or I believe that she's like my god or something, I'll now go and follow her to science class. And then at the end of the day, that my passions to acting and like emotional like attributes, like it may not be the same as her because doctors you have to be skillful, you have to be concentrated. So it may not correspond. So at the end of the day, I may end up not being passionate about my job if they even ever employ me. That's
Is there any way someone can know whether you have identified who you are or not? Okay.
Yes, because sometimes it's not always us that causes them that causes it. Peer pressure is also part of this because when your friends are telling you that this is not who you are, this is not okay. Let's say I know how to sing, but I don't know how to dance, which is true. So if they now tell me that I don't know how to dance, I will now be feeling somehow. Instead of me to look at my own talents and know how to make it a better way for me or my income in it, I will be following them and start learning how to dance. Because later, when you later find out what actually is your own goal, it will be too late. So this is why we have to even tell, because this, as I said earlier, this is a very crucial state in your life
Yes.
is very like fragile because you can easily get emotionally unstable, mood swings apart. Now, according to what she said, your friend is she wanted to be an actress and her friend is now in science class who wants to be a doctor. This is what mostly happens in school because bullying is also part of this. When you're always disturbing someone that this thing you're not doing it well, not as if some people actually do it for correction, but why some people just do it just to feel since they are better, that doesn't mean they should put someone's self-esteem down. So if you actually know your own identity and what you are in this life, because chasing purpose without identity is just like a burnout imposter syndrome. So if you don't actually know who you are, chasing your purpose in life is not possible. Because now I said I know my name, like my name is Treasure now. Someone is now calling me just because of they just want to mimic it and make it in a bad way. They will now start calling me trash because my classmates now they call me trashy. Some of them now call me trashy and I don't answer them that. But if it's another person, the person will now be like, am I a trash or am I a treasure? I don't even know
But
who I am because confusion.
yeah, you know you are treasure that you are not whatever anyone else. A lot of preteen and teenagers be watching this video, okay, and most of them want to, get yeah, return to who they are, especially those working others. Is there anything? Is there any consequences, or how will I put it? Any, do they have any problem changing to who they are? There is no, how will I put it? I'm looking for the right word to use. Challenges, yes.
Now there are actually a lot of challenges
Challenges,
because
yes. Thank you.
like if now somebody is bullying me because like I used to follow them and all, then I now discover my self identity and purpose, then I now try to like go away from them. They may not have, if they are already used to or think they are superior than me and start treating me like themselves. When I leave, they'll start thinking that they want to drag me back to where I am, especially when they notice they are doing fine without them and you never really needed them that much. So they'll be bullying you
So
to
they are
try
making you to be like them.
them.
Now that I want to be you,
They'll be bullying you or insulting you or spreading nasty rumors
I'll
about
start seeing you as their
servants.
enemy.
So it's actually a bit hard and some people may go back, but just remember your self identity and purpose because people like if you have a friend that doesn't add anything to you, if you have a friend, if the person does not add anything to you, that person is not your friend because the person is your friend does not add or subtract anything from you. Like let's say Treasure is my friend, I'm always reading with her and stuff like that, and she helped me like boost up my position. She has added something to me. But if someone else is not my friend and then they're always like trying to distract me or something, and then I even drop self, that subtracting you from me, that is like to go far away from that friend. So actually a lot of challenges when you're trying to go back to your original self, find your self identity, but still you should still try and find it because it's really important.
Okay, any advice to anybody watching this video on self identity and purpose? Because we're going to call it today in a few minutes. Okay.
From the scope of self-identity and growth, there are also consequences or hardships in trying to return to your own special identity. We have fear of judgment. Some people think that when we want to escape this disputed pestilence from our peers, it's hard or challenging. And also inner critics, we now find ourselves with self-doubt or decreased self-esteem. But with all this, I advise all of us to find our own attribute. There's something like an attribute of it. Firstly, before you make friends, first know your attributes, then know how to intertwine them with those who you are trying to socialize with. This actually help us for making all these hardships occurrence in our life. From all these role models, we can be able to escape anachronistic events from what they have passed through. So I think that all preteens should actually learn from what
Both preteen, both teenagers, and there are still adults that have not yet identified who they are. There is a need for you to identify who you are. That will help you for your purpose in life. Because you might be living someone else's life, and I wonder when and who will live your own life. So we are going to call it a day for now. We'll see you next time in another interesting topic. Bye. Please say bye to us.